Welcome to Sis Got Lit, here to put you on to what's lit in these streets. On this episode of Define the Culture, we'll take a closer look at the turbulent climate in which hip-hop thrived and all the shit that got them lit. Stay tuned. Episode 3, Part 2 of Define the Culture will be a little different. This video will only be discussing one topic. Therefore, we'll be defining only one word. When this word came into play, it changed the whole hood, and hip-hop would never be the same. So we felt it only right that this word had its own segment. Without further ado, the word on the street was dope. Dope. A compliment, nice, liked, admired, interesting, or a nickname for crack cocaine. So y'all know this was the 80s, and this word could and does have many different definitions. If you use the word dope in the 80s, it could have meant you were talking about the white powdery substance the CIA was flying into the country to destroy the communities populated by black and brown people while funding the conflicts the U.S. was involved in all over the world. Or how dope, meaning good, the new music channel MTV was that debuted August 1st of 1981. Or you could be describing the dope head at the gas station that will wash your windshield for a 50-cent tip. He had got strung out when all the cats in the hood had been put on to the fact that if you mix cocaine with baking soda and brought it to a boil, it'd be more potent and produce a stronger, faster high that would send the addict on a chase that would never end. By doing this, the homeboys could increase their profit and guarantee the whole hood would be hooked. But in the process, the black family unit would be destroyed. At this point is where the word oppression, which was defined in the last episode of Define the Culture, comes back into play. So picture a group of people who shared a similar skin tone and socioeconomic background being denied jobs based upon race or the lack of education, because the schools in these neighborhoods have been allowed to underperform for generations and lack proper educational tools such as books, desks, teachers, etc. At the same time, having to financially support parents, siblings, and children who were also being surrounded by those same disadvantaged circumstances. So by design, this was an example of the blind leading the blind. And the only out some of these kids could imagine was putting food on the table and shoes on their feet by grinding and hustling. Because when you're a citizen of a country who will offer you an out only if you agree to destroy yourself and your hood in the process, before offering the hood the proper tools to feed themselves as well as help their community, you're born already feeling dead. Because you know it's hard to just say no to selling or abusing drugs when it seems the only way to put food on the table or offer an escape from a reality that suggests these circumstances may never change. So these kids end up giving in and buying into a never-ending cycle, which ends up in death or prison, regardless of whether you're the hustler on the corner or the addict. This is a new channel. So to everyone viewing videos produced by Sis Got Lit, my intention is to offer a deeper look into what hip-hop really is made of. All the stories from the streets of blood, sweat, and tears, as well as the joys and achievements. The reason why I believe educating people about hip-hop is so important is because this music genre gave a voice to those that sadly could have never told their stories had they not rhymed. Hip-hop also gave an out and hope to kids who grew up in communities that were deemed hopeless. This genre has truly been a lifesaver to many, as well as been an inspiration for me to continue fighting and pushing and breaking down barriers in my own world. So as always, I want to thank you for rocking with Sis Got Lit. And if you a real one, remember to smack that thumbs up. Also, if you'd like me to do a video on what the war on drugs of the 80s really was about, leave a comment below. I'll see you in the next one. And oh yeah, subscribe. What are you waiting for? It's a vibe. Stay lit.
Man, that nigga really miss Malcolm. Gunshots for the club out dumb. This real nigga shit ransom, not random. Throw tantrums. My bitch be bad, you can't fathom. So I cop the phantom.